Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel for war number 10 of season 45. Today we have a matchup against LVT. Both of these alliances are close to the top of the Masters top 10, and the winner is going to end up getting into the podium with 2 wars to go. So very, very important war. We've got Void, Stryfe returning to war, and Shuri. Don't think I've gotten her on the war team since taking her to rank 2. We're going to be starting off today on path number 7. First up, we have a KINGPIN here on node 7. Very popular placement here. So with Stryfe, what we want to do is basically never use our special attacks, because you use your special attacks, it's going to give KINGPIN some debuffs, and then he's going to purify them and get that damage reflection. So we are going to avoid using special attacks for the entire fight. And Stryfe's basic hit damage, as you can see, more than enough to overpower KINGPIN's willpower healing. Speaking of overpower, at some point in the fight, KINGPIN is going to shrug off all of his rage debuffs and trigger that overpower fury, and that is the only point in the fight where you really have to do kind of pay attention to the damage reflection passive. It's really not that bad. It's only like 50% of whatever damage you deal. So I think I do get like a couple hits in before I notice that the Fury buff is up and that he's triggered the node, and then I just kind of back off and wait for that damage reflection passive to fall off, and then we can continue the fight here. But as you can see, we are at a full yellow bar, and he's over halfway down, and still hasn't triggered overpower yet, but he's at 7 rage, so we are about to have it happen any second now. But it's really just a matter of staying patient and waiting for it to happen. If you take a couple hits of damage, it's not really going to make a big difference, especially for me in this war, because I don't have any other fights with Stryfe here. So there we go. I ended up doing a full combo before I realized what had happened, but you can see we only took 2% of our health back in damage, so it's really not that big of a concern. This is probably the safest way to play this fight with just about anybody other than like APOC, unless you have like a hard Purify counter. So really happy with how this fight went. Alright, moving on, we have a Carl on 16. So the nodes here really don't affect him too much, other than every time you knock him down, you're going to be giving him an armor break, and he is immune to it, so you're just going to be giving him additional morph charges. And then if he nails you with the correct kind of combo, then he's going to hit you pretty hard. But Void is one of the best overall counters to Carl. Normally when you want to play Carl with anybody, you want to purposely heavy counter his specials in order to knock him out of his form. But with Void or anybody else who excels at heal reversal, I prefer to just let him regen, because eventually I'm going to get my Petrify's up, my Despair Mastery active, and he's going to essentially kill himself with the heal reversal. So we got a bit unlucky here with the Petrify's being the last debuffs, but you can see just how much health he is losing here just from heal reversal. The degen is the direct damage is putting in some work here too, but he's just melting away. So as long as we don't really take, too many blocked hits, because he can crit through our block and hurt pretty badly, that's a very, very safe fight. Alright, up in section 2, we're on path 2. We have a Doom on 20 with personal space placebo, which we are immune to because we are a tactic attacker. However, we do have to be a little concerned about the Mystic Dispersion power gain that we're going to be giving him when our Fury buff expires from the Subterfuge node. So, and again, once we get the Petrify's up, we'll also have a Wither on him from time to time because of the tactic. That's going to take care of most of the power gain in this fight from Mystic Dispersion here. I was feeling, for whatever reason, a bit gun-shy about the special 2, so you saw I blocked the blast there rather than try and dex it. Sometimes I will, with Void, since he's Incinerate immune, I will go for the dex, because if you miss it, it's not going to hurt you that badly. I did think I had another Void fight in this war, so I didn't really want to take any unnecessary damage there. So, alright, we've got Fear of the Void up, and now pretty much the fight is long over. Here we've got the Withers, we've got another Petrify, so Mystic Dispersion no longer a problem. The Aura is not a problem with the Petrify debuff active, and then one more combo, and we just wait out the direct damage, and down he goes. Alright, here we have a rank 3 Domino. I think this is my first rank 3 defender. Going to go in here with Shuri. We see we popped an invuln boost. The power gain in this fight can get very, very out of control if Domino is not cooperative because of Prey on the Weak. So we are not immune to the placebo buffs, as you can see. So every time they end, they're going to be giving her a burst of power. And again, if she doesn't want to cooperate and play nice with her special 2s, she can easily get multiple special 3s in this fight, and you really don't want that to happen. Other than that, EMP mod, we are immune to shock, so no worries there. So there are a couple points in this fight here where I get really nervous that she's about to throw a special 3. So I'm really trying to play like a little conservative here. I'm also trying to keep my shocks up. She's, you know, not always being too cooperative here. So I really have to just pay extra attention. I'm also taking a lot of care not to hit into her when she's lucky, because an evade here could be very bad. I need to make absolutely certain that I save my invuln boost for those special 3s. If I lose the invuln on a stupid evade and she counters me and then she tosses a special 3, it's going to be very, very bad. So I'm just trying to play it super safe here with Domino, you know, making sure that I keep my shocks refreshed whenever possible. I don't think I need to go for a heavy recharge at any point here. I can't remember if I do or not. I thought I remember at one point the shocks were very close to expiring and I needed to kind of make a decision on what to do. So other than that, you know, this is a rank 3 defender, so, you know, very dangerous. And I have rank disadvantage here with my only rank 2 Shuri, but pretty pleased with how this fight went and didn't have to tank a special 3, which is always nice. Alright, speaking of Shuri, this is my last fight of the war, a Shuri on 37. We're going to go in here with Void, so not much going on here. This is just a standard fight. We're going to be triggering a lot of regen, but there's no Indomitable, so, you know, eventually Void is going to come out on top here with all the debuffs and the reverse healing and everything. So I have learned to punish her special 1 recently, so that's nice to have. And then the only other danger here is just to be super careful about her untouchable and trying not to hit into her when she's untouchable, because she will hurt you pretty badly here. So I accidentally pushed her to special 2 there, and I thought I could get a hit in, but she triggered the untouchable. The exact thing I just warned you to watch out for is what I just did, so that's going to happen sometimes. We again get unlucky with the Petrifies, but now we have 1 up, and between that and Despair, putting in a lot of work. So now I kind of want to stay as close to her as possible to trigger additional regen buffs, and that's going to put in some extra damage with the hero reversal here. So punish that special 1, get the relic debuff active, and then knock her down for the slow. Now you can see we're putting in a lot of damage here, and her health is just ticking away like, you know, 1 or 2% every second. So fight is basically over at this point. So, you know, again, any fight where you can take advantage of hero reversal with Void is going to be a very good time. It's just like a matter of when he's going to come out on top. So alright, oh, I lied, I had one more fight. So this is just a cleanup of my old buddy Node 49 Mysterio here. We had some issues with some brute force and Mysterio's AI not cooperating, so I was asked to come in and clean up since Void was already at pretty much full health here. So I prepped for this fight like it was a full health Mysterio, because you never know with him how he's going to behave. And you can see even still, like, you know, we still took like 10% of our health here in block damage and brute force damage before we got him down. So alright, we unfortunately did not win this war. Shout out to LVT. I think this puts them in 3rd place, so, you know, respect to them. 6 kills for me, 0 deaths. Our record falls at 6-4. I think to make top 10, we probably have to win these next 2. I think in the past, 7-5 has been enough, but it's been like, you know, us squeaking by. We probably need to finish 8-4 to have a chance at top 10. I think the podium dream is dead. If we had won this war against LVT, we probably would have had a very good shot at podium. But I think that dream is over for this season. So we'll see. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed this, please let me know by hitting that like button. And as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.